Hello children, how are you? I hope you all are doing well. So children, now that we know about plants, let's look at one of the parts of plants, which is called the leaves. Okay, leaves are very important to us also and to the plants as well. Let's see about leaves. Okay, I know leaves are dash in color. What is the color of leaves? I know it is green in color. Okay, they make dash for the plant. They make food for the plant. Okay, so children, our earth looks green due to the presence of green plants around us. Leaves are the green parts of the plant. They play a very important role in our lives. We eat so many leafy vegetables like cabbage, spinach, coriander, etc. Leaves make food for the plants. That is why they are called food factories of plants. Leaves also help in exchange of gases. So leaves के इतने सारे uses हैं हमारे लिए. Okay, एक तो वो सबसे important thing is that they make the environment look beautiful. Okay, they make the earth look beautiful. Then they give us food. Okay, like we eat leafy vegetables. Then they also make food for the plants. Okay, and that is why these leaves, they are called the food factories of the plant. Okay, अब leaves हमें gases exchange करने के लिए भी बहुत use करते हैं. Okay, they are quite useful in the exchange of gases also. जैसे plants release what? They release oxygen, they take in carbon dioxide, and all this process happens to the leaves. Okay, now let's talk about the different shapes and sizes of leaves. Okay, जब भगवान ने ये सृष्टि बनाई, so he made everything so with so much care. Okay, and you will see that these leaves, okay, are dependent on the trees and plants that you find in different areas which are suitable to the climate of those areas. All right, now leaves are different in sizes and shapes. Sometimes leaves also differ in color. कोई leaves होते हैं जिनका कलर अलग होता है because they don't have chlorophyll in them. Okay, now leaves are found in different shapes. Some leaves are round while some are oval. Some leaves are long and some other are triangular. We also find needle shaped leaves. Some plants do not have leaves. Instead, they have spines. They save plants from being eaten by the animals. Okay, spines also store water for the plants that live in water scarce conditions like cactus. तो अलग अलग शेप है, जैसे ओवल शेप हुआ, राउंड शेप हुआ, ट्रायंगल शेप हुआ, नीडल शेप होता है, जैसे फर और कौन से प्लांट्स है, पाइन ट्री, फर ट्री, दे हैव कॉनिकल लीव्स, दे हैव नीडल शेप ट्रीज लीव्स, जिसकी वजह से द स्नो ग्लाइड्स डाउन, right? So now some plants, they do not have leaves at all, okay, but they have spines. जैसे कैक्टस के प्लांट को आप देखोगे उसके ऊपर स्पाइन्स बने होते, they don't have leaves on that, okay, but and at the same time they also help the plant from being eaten by the animals. They save that plant. Okay, now spines में क्या होता है, पानी स्टोर होता है, जिसकी वजह से that plant is able to sustain in harsh hot conditions. Okay, now look at these different leaves of, maybe the first one, which is a round leaf of lotus, the banana leaf, which is long. When there is a festival or there is a religious ceremony at home, हम लोग खाना किस पे खाते हैं, banana leaf पे खाते हैं. Okay, pine leaf, they are needle shaped. Okay, and cactus, they have spines. All right, now leaves vary in size. The leaves of plant can be large or small depending on the need of the plant. If the plant has to lose water from its body, then the leaves become larger. Otherwise, they are smaller. So generally leaves के जो होते वो छोटे होते, but अगर उसमें से पानी निकालना है, okay, then it depends on the requirement of the tree. The shape is dependent. Okay, the number of leaves on plants ranges from a few to several thousands. Okay, so children, let's look at a fact zone. The leaves of a raffia palm are the largest in the world. They can be as long as 20 meters in length. So do find this information, children, on Google, okay? Next, rose. Rose plant has small leaves, and mango leaves, if you see, they are bigger, okay? And mango leaves आप अपने घर में, again, when there is a religious ceremony, okay, you generally tend to get these mango tree leaves at home. Alright, now let's look at the parts of a leaf. A leaf has many parts. The flat part of a leaf is called leaf blade. Some leaves have broad leaf blades while some have narrow. The leaf blade helps to trap the maximum amount of sunlight. तो इसका एक रीज़न होता है कि why they are so broad, okay? तो उसका जो फ्लैट पार्ट होता है, लीफ के ऊपर वाला पार्ट जो होता है, उसको कहते हैं लीफ ब्लेड, ओके? अब कोई कोई लीफ ब्लेड जो होते हैं काफ़ी ब्रॉड होते हैं और कोई कोई होते हैं नैरो, एंड दैट इज़ बिकॉज देन दे आर एबल टू ट्रैप द मैक्सिमम अमाउंट ऑफ सनलाइट ऑन देम, ओके? नाउ द मेन वेन जो बीच में से जाती है, और द मिड रिब, okay, it looks like a thin tube like structure that runs along the center of the leaf. It gives off branches from the lateral, okay? तो आप देखोगे लीफ के ऊपर एक ऐसे बीच में से एक लाइन जा रही है, और फिर उसके बाद में आप देखोगे साइड में सारे स्टेम्स ऐसे ब्रांचेस निकल रहे हैं उसके, okay? Now it works in two ways. In one way it carries water and minerals from the roots to the leaf, and in other way it carries prepared food from the leaf to all parts of the plant. So see how it has been created in such a manner that it is able to provide for itself, okay? If you turn the leaf, look closely with the hand of with the help of your hands, okay, you will see many tiny openings. They are called stomata. Okay, you cannot see these openings with naked eyes as they are very tiny. Air enters and leaves the leaf through these openings. Okay, so अभी आप ये leaf structure देखोगे तो ये leaf blade में आते हैं आपके apex, margin, veins, midrib, base, petiole and stipiole. Okay, so when you look at a leaf, you will come to know what are these different types of parts now, okay? You'll know the name of these parts. Alright, now do it yourself. Take a tree leaf, place it on the table or desk with the veins facing upward. Place a paper on it. Gently rub a color pencil or crayon over the whole surface of the leaf. And what do you find? It is your color imprint of the leaf. So try doing this activity at home. Okay, now children, leaves are also known as food factory. ये हमने हमारे previous chapter में किया था. Okay, now why is it so? So green plants जो होते हैं, they make their own food when they get sunlight, water, air in the form of carbon dioxide. Okay, plants suck. Okay, the plants के जो roots होते हैं, they suck water from the soil. उनको soil से पानी मिलता है. Okay, the stem takes it to the leaves. अब leaves में there is a green pigment, okay, which is present, which is called a chlorophyll. Okay, now it makes the plant appear green and helps to make food for the plant. जो chlorophyll होता है वो खाना बनाने के लिए, okay, through the process of photosynthesis, जब ये plants खाना बनाते हैं अपने लिए, तो that time chlorophyll plays a very important role. Okay, the process by which plants make their food is called photosynthesis. Okay, this process is used where the plants make their food in the presence of sunlight. Okay, air, water and sunlight is required for the preparation of food through the process of photosynthesis. Okay, so now that we know the process of photosynthesis, let's see how leaves exchange gases. So during photosynthesis, plants take in carbon dioxide from the air and release oxygen. Now this carbon dioxide, it helps the plant to make food, and oxygen cleans the air which is released by the plants. Okay, now leaves also help the plants to breathe. There are small holes in the leaves which are called the stomata. We've already done this. Okay, the small tiny pores which are there. Yes. Now, air moves in and out of the plant through the stomata. Okay, if you turn the leaf, okay, you'll see tiny pores. Those are called stomata. So, इस तरह exchange of gases happens. Okay, this ये जो होता है ना process, ये generally photosynthesis के वक्त होता है. Okay, when the plant is preparing food with the help of air, water and sunlight. Okay, now let's look at the seasonal shedding of the leaves. आपने देखा होगा कि अलग अलग सीजन में leaves गिरते हैं. Okay, so let's look at that. Okay, plants usually shed their leaves which have dried up, okay, and which no longer have chlorophyll. Some plants shed their leaves for the whole year. ऐसे भी plants होते हैं जो पूरे साल अपने leaves shed करते हैं, and some shed seasonally. Now during winters what happens is the plants, they do not get enough sunlight to make their food. तो आप देखते होंगे winters में मौसम काफ़ी gloomy होता है, sunlight काफ़ी late आता है because of the fog. Okay, so what happens is they do not get sufficient sunlight. That is why their leaves start getting shedded. Okay, so they start shedding their leaves. Sometimes the leaves, they turn pale yellow color. Okay, they lose their chlorophyll. When dried leaves fall, small plants die. They rot and mix with the soil. Okay, now this rotten matter which is there, it is called humus, and it makes the soil fertile. So children, what happens is when these plants, they start shedding their leaves. Okay, firstly, when there is no sufficient sunlight, okay, the chlorophyll also starts getting lost. और तभी ही ये प्लांट्स जो होते हैं वो सारे लीव्स उनके शेड करने लगते हैं, और ये जो लीव्स होते हैं वो गिरते कहाँ पे, ज़मीन पे गिरते हैं. ज़मीन में गिरते ही सॉइल के साथ जब वो मिक्स हो जाते हैं तो वो सॉइल को फर्टाइल बनाते. ओके, एंड दिस रॉटन मैटर विच इज कॉल्ड, इट इज कॉल्ड व्हाट, ह्यूमस. ओके, सड़के जो मैटर बन जाता है वो होता है ह्यूमस. ओके, अब ये ह्यूमस जो होता है वो सॉइल को फर्टाइल बनाता है. Okay, the dried and rotten leaves of the plant may be collected in a pit. तो अब हम ये अगर ड्राइड और ये जो रॉटन लीव्स होते हैं, खराब लीव्स जो होते हैं, इनको जमा करके इकट्ठे एक पिट में डाल दें, एक ड्रम में डाल दें. सो फॉर एग्जांपल, ओके, तो उसके साथ हम वेजिटेबल या फ्रूट्स के जो छिलके होते हैं उन्हें मिक्स करें. ओके, वेजिटेबल एंड फ्रूट पील्स कैन ऑल्सो बी पुट इनटू द pit. Okay, this kind of pit is called compost pit. The leaves should be left to rot. After some weeks they turn into manure which can be used for growing healthy plants. तो ये जो leaves या fruits and vegetable waste, जो भी waste होता है उसको हम साथ में एक pit में डालेंगे तो उससे तैयार हो जाएगा manure. Okay, manure which is very good for the soil. Okay, now इसको हिंदी में कहते हैं खाद. Okay, now let's look at the different uses of leaves. Leaves are useful in many different ways. We eat different types of leaves such as cabbage, spinach, lettuce, mint, etc. People chew the betel leaf as pan. Some leaves are used to add flavor in our food such as bay leaves, curry leaves, parsley, basil, thyme, etc. Tendu leaves are used for making beedis. So beedis are are not good for health. जो सिगरेट होते हैं वैसे ही ट्रेडिशनली पुराने ज़माने के लोग they used to consume, they had the consumption of beedis. ओके, तो ये अलग अलग लीव्स जो होते हैं उनके अलग अलग फ़ायदे होते हैं. जैसे हम खाना बनाने में यूज़ करते हैं, वी मेक वेजिटेबल्स आउट ऑफ इट, देन वी सम पीपल chew it as a betel leaf, the betel leaf which is there, they chew it, they add some flavors to it and they chew it. Okay, it also helps in digestion. At the same time, to add flavor to the food, बे लीव्स होते हैं, करी लीव्स, कोरिएंडर, ये सारे लीव्स जो होते हैं ये हमारे फूड को और स्वादिष्ट बनाते हैं. ओके, नाउ लीव्स ऑफ टॉल प्लांट्स लाइक पाम एंड कोकोनट आर यूज्ड टू मेक द रूफ्स ऑफ हट. तो अगर आप कोई कोस्टल एरिया में जाओगे तो आप देखोगे जो रूफ्स है वो बने हुए, उनके ऊपर उनको ढका गया है विद द लीव्स ऑफ पाम एंड कोकोनट. Leaves of some plants have medicinal properties. नीम के पत्ते जो होते हैं, neem leaves, okay, they are used to cure skin diseases. Tulsi leaves are used for cough and cold, okay, to cure cough and cold. Now, leaves of plants are used during religious ceremony. That means for puja and all. For example, leaves of ashoka, mango, tulsi and banana. Okay. Now, leaves of some plants like dhak are also used to make disposable dishes. तो आप देखोगे leaves से woven dishes होते हैं, जिनको जो पत्ते जो होते हैं एक दूसरे को स्टिच करते हैं और उससे आप देखोगे कि डिशेस तैयार हो जाती है. तो ये जो डिशेस होते हैं ये जनरली आप साउथ इंडिया में देखोगे कि लोग हैं ना वहाँ पे उसमें भी खाना सर्व करते हैं. ओके, इट इज़ गुड. नाउ सम पीपल इन साउथ इंडिया, ओके, दे सर्व फूड ऑन बनाना लीव्स, ओके, स्पेशली ऑन फेस्टिवल्स एंड ओकेजन्स. आप देखोगे कोस्टल एरियाज में ज़्यादा करके बनाना लीव्स पे खाना सर्व होता है. ओके, ये ढाक जो होते हैं ये आप इसमें प्रसाद भी बांटा जाता है. ओके, दीज आर डिफरेंट लीव्स विच आर यूज्ड एज bowls, they are used as dishes. Okay, now the paste of the henna plant, okay, that is the mehendi, is applied on the hands during marriages and festivals to make beautiful designs. Some people use it as a dye or conditioner on their hair. Okay, now find out what are the other uses of leaves except given here. अभी आपको और भी उसके अलग अलग uses ढूंढ के निकालने हैं. Alright children, so start finding out this information. Now remember, leaves make food for the plant. Leaves are of different sizes and shape. A leaf has many parts like leaf blade, main vein, lateral veins and stomata. Leaves are useful in many different ways. चलो अब देखते हैं वर्ड बैंक के. ओके, उसमें कौन से वर्ड्स है. फर्स्ट इज स्पोर्स, दे आर स्मॉल होल्स. पिगमेंट इज अ नेचुरल सब्सटेंस दैट गिव्स कलर टू अ थिंग. ओके, compost means collecting and rotting plant materials. Clear? So I hope children you've loved this chapter on different types of leaves, and you are going to reread this chapter and quickly do the back exercises. So get going children.